Welcome back, sports fans from around the world, to Season 2 here at Game Time Streaming, and we are excited about this season coming up. I'm alongside Don Spear. Don, how you doing?
Doing great, yeah. Thanks, Derek. Yeah, hey everybody, welcome back once again to Game Time Streaming. After a short break, we're back for Season 2 of Game Time Streaming's Player Spotlight Series. We're here today with something a little different from last season. Instead of singles events, we've got 2 doubles matches coming up tonight. Also, we have some format changes coming along the way. We're going to be playing a combination of 501 freeze, cricket, and 701 same score, and we're also going to have a couple singles games within the doubles match. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a big change. So once again, we're adapting and we're changing things and trying to make things a little faster paced and more enjoyable for you guys to watch. So super excited to get things going tonight. Can't wait to see the action that this new format's going to bring. But getting the season started off right, 4 good shooters, should be a really competitive match. And I know these guys are warmed up and ready to go. What do you say we get them going, Derek?
Yep, little last-minute adjustments here down there from Katie, and Don's going to give him the go-ahead to diddle here in the first game of 01.
All right, first episode jitters like always. Looks like Ryan and Larry diddled. I'm not sure who got it, but we're going to find out here shortly. All right, so 3 new shooters that we haven't seen here before, guys. This is Mark Hutchinson. We have Larry and Rome on the other team. Larry played last season. Rome has not played. But we've got Mark Hutchinson and Ryan Addy. So both these guys, not downriver, but definitely south of us. So Ryan's from Dearborn and Mark is from Highland. Ryan plays mostly out of Goodrich, so he'll be pretty familiar to a lot of the people that play out of there. I know a lot of locals here. Both guys are throwing Target Daytona darts. And as these guys get going through, we'll get through a little bit more of the personal info. But just to kind of give you an idea, so that was a good 108 start from Mark. So Ryan here coming up trying to answer it. Rome's going to be pretty disappointed with that 20 start for his first 3 darts.
This is open in, open out format, open bowl, and I am super familiar with all 4 shooters. Ryan and Mark play on our 8-person travel team split bowl league. Larry's out of Goodrich, and I see Rome at the keg a lot. So,
yeah, he's a Flint guy. I think he's afraid to leave city limits, so I'm really surprised you got him all the way out here. But he plays a lot in Flint. He plays a lot of leagues, and he plays a lot of tournaments like local blind draws. So he's really been focused in the last couple of months. I know I've been working with him a little bit, and you can really see an improvement in his darts. So expect him to get heated up. He said he wasn't nervous, but I think he's lying. So give him a little bit here to get loose. We'll see if we can see some fireworks. Mark had a 108 to start, unable to find the bullseye until the 3rd, but nice job finding it. Now, anything less than 100 here is really, really going to be tough for Rome, but he really needs to find all 3 here. able to hit the minimum, so a minimum of what he needed. So good 104 shot there from Rome. Keeps them within touching distance, 89 points behind. But not the end of the world. One slack turn from Mark or Ryan, and they could be right back in it.
Yeah, Ryan's really pushing a 30 average, so expect him to really be able to keep up with Larry tonight. And I think it's going to come down to Mark and Rome, to be honest with you, because Ryan and Larry are very similar shooters.
Apologies, guys. We're just working on a couple of things, trying to get this board noise going for you. We know it's not there. We're working on it right now. It wouldn't be GTS if we didn't have some adventure going on right now. So once again, guys, just give us a minute. We're going to go down to the board, make sure we can get that squared away. Those are the darts I expected out of Rome. So good to see him starting to get loose. Those guys throwing a 4-0 right now, only a few rounds in. But big trip 20 to close the number. Just barely missing that trip 17. So good start for him. You see Mark take a deep breath there. You wonder if maybe already either some nerves or just feeling the pressure already. If that's the case, he's going to have a long night ahead of him. We got a whole lot of darts to play here. It's only game 2. Big double 17 from Larry there, taking the point lead, taking away those 17s. So they're sitting pretty up by 28 and have the 2 biggest numbers. Hey Todd, good to see you in the chat, man. Are you coming up to the steel tip tournament tomorrow? Rome again, triple. Misses the bullseye, but he is really coming in clutch right now. Big 6 mark from Rome. Ryan's going to need a pile of these. He can't afford many more misses. I expect Larry to come, or Rome to come up and hit at least one or two here. Right in the middle. And that might be a little bit of inexperience coming out of Rome. Maybe a little nervous and a little snatching on that third dart. Pulled it all the way down to the triple. But he got one, leaving Larry just a one dart out here. So he should be feeling pretty comfortable. But I don't like that these guys haven't spent any darts to try to get a point lead. They're only up by 28, which is just 2 bullseyes. A double-double, these guys are going to be in trouble. Mark's able to close it. Unable to follow it, though, for any points. So if Larry misses with these first 2 darts, he really needs to go points. First dart right in the heart of it. So big first dart to close that game. Taking it to 1-1. So going to go into our next game of cricket. Quick technical break, guys. Be right back on. Well, I know right now, guys, we're still working on it. Board Sound is working on YouTube if you want to stream there. If you want to stay in Facebook, we're absolutely happy to have you here. We love chatting with you guys. But Board Sound right now is not working on Facebook, so we're working on that. But if you want the Board Sound, which I like hearing the Board Sound when I'm watching the stream, it is coming through on YouTube. So some software issue that we're trying to work through, but we'll keep you guys into the game here. Larry looking really solid. First start in the triple 20. Unable to follow it with the second. Solid for Mark. Takes the biggest number on the board and gets a point lead. So good start for Larry there. Larry again, straight into a triple with his first dart. He's got to be able to follow it with the second, though. All right, Ryan wisely going to the 19s and picks the triple 17 with his third dart. Big third. I know Rome used to struggle on these 18s, but he's made a point to try to get more comfortable with them. Let's see if he goes there and closes up and maybe get a couple of marks and points. First dart right into the triple. Big dart. Left all kinds of room to go back into it. Can he fill it up? Misses just left, but he'll be happy with that 7 mark on those 18s. Larry's going to need a couple triples here before he can move off of those move off and take a look at the 19s. Only able to find one, and I find, especially with these kind of middle average, low 3, high 2 type players, they often struggle on those 18s. It's just tough for them to get the weight. And you see Larry with the second and third darts just coming in low. So Ryan coming in, burying the triple 19 with the first dart, takes the third dart to go up and take a stab, but opens the door for Rome, but he's going to need another big round. And Rome only able to come away with one. So sometimes when I get a team, if they're cold on this and they're just not able to hit these 18s, I might go ahead and try to take the 16s and 15s and just take all their numbers away. Leave them stuck there, put them on an island, and then make them have to try to fight on a number that they're not hitting well. But it's a risky move, but sometimes it works out. Mark, not interested in that strategy, takes the 18s and goes right back down to the 19s. So smart play there, going up by 83. Larry's forced to have to go to 16s and 15s now. Larry's a pretty deliberate player, always taking his time before he throws his first dart. Once he gets throwing, though, he usually goes at a pretty decent clip. Just takes him a minute to throw that first one. Able to find 3 singles, gets the close, but not enough to start whittling away at that 83-point lead. Ryan able to close that 16 with that third dart, so gets 1 for points and shuts that number down. Rome forced to move to the 15s. These guys are going to have to hit a whole lot really quickly because these numbers are slowly going away. Rome again finding the triple. He's looking really good right now. And hits 7, so brings it down to just 42 points. Mark's going to have 3 to close those 15 if he chooses to do so. If he does, that only puts him 2 extra bullseyes away, so at that point, it might be worth Larry trying to go at those 19s and close them down. Back-to-back 7s from Rome. He's looking great. I think that's the third 7 mark he's had this leg, too. So, really looking steady. Mark unable to connect. If I am Larry, I'm going at these 19s. Try to take them away. You're 5 to 3 as far as bullseyes, but if they start connecting on these 19s, they can really blow that score up. Oh, my mistake. I assumed they'd already closed the 15s. This is absolutely the right move. Yeah, Larry taking those 15s does get a point lead. So up by 18, that was the correct move. I was assuming the 15s were already dead, but they were unable to close those. So now we're going to have a little bit of a point battle here. I was just about to say, Ryan and Mark getting cold at the worst time, but able to find that triple 19 with his third dart, so takes the point lead back, only up by 39. Jerome needs to find a triple and find another one. So solid 3 darts, able to get the point lead, but if you're going head to head, 3 19s is not the same as 3 15s, so you're going to need to outpoint these guys. Going to need to outmark them. Mark able to hit 5, puts an X on the 15, but not able to close it. So Larry's going to need at least 6 to get the point lead back. But unless you go triple, I don't think you can even look at these 19s. Ryan shuts down the 15s and wisely goes back to the 19s, only able to hit 2. So same situation. They're up by 29. It's 2 bullseyes. If I'm Rome, I'm going with these 19s first. But it's also one of those situations, if you do it, you can't miss it either. So big third dart. Huge dart to get the close. So now if Mark isn't able to at least put 2 up here, there's going to be a whole lot of pressure on Ryan to finish this game out. And that's assuming he gets a look, because a double bull from Larry is going to give him the point lead. He's going to be able to take a swing at these 19s. Smart shot from Mark here. Going right down to the 19s, trying to extend the point lead. Goes up by 67, so it's only a 1 bullseye difference. It was 2, now it's 3. But he could still have game shot if he can stay in the middle there. Not going to have game shot now. He needs to get 3. He needs to find that double with his third dart here. Does not. So still down by 2 bullseyes. Ryan's going to have 3 clear at these bulls if he wants it. If I'm Ryan, I go 19s here. After I miss that first bulls, I just go down and get some points. Does find 1, so they're up by 61. So still 3 bullseye difference here. If Rome can go double, he's going to have a look at the game shot. Snatchy first start. Might be some nerves. Unable to find it with the second. Or the third. So this is kind of that situation where it might have been worth it to try to take a look at those 19s when you had the chance, because these guys are just going to ride them all the way out. They're just going to keep extending this point lead if they can. That was a risky shot with that third dart. That third dart I would have went 19s. They're still only down by 3 bullseyes. That 19 would have put them 4 away. So Larry's going to have a look here, but he's going to have to hit 3 bullseyes with the first 2 darts minimum. Larry, again, unable to connect right on the wire with the second, third dart, but that could prove costly. Just a double bullseye is going to seal this game up. Unable to find it with the first 2, wisely goes down. So up by 80 now, so that extends the point lead by 1 bullseye. They need 4 now. There's 1. Can you find the double? Double bull for the point lead? No, unable to connect, but gets 2. Can't be too upset. Mark needs a couple, and you see Ryan in the background telling him, if you don't hit it with those first 2, go down for some points. Kind of coached him up, and I like that advice. It's the right shot there. Hey, John, good to see you in chat. Yeah, Maya, we're working on the buzzing right now. It's the board mic. Yeah, we're working on making that go away. Actually, I can turn it down for now. John, thanks. Yeah, we like that GTS banner too. Thank you so much to Nate Benjamin for getting that for us. It's a really, really nice gesture and a really cool feature to have here at Game Time Streaming. Only down by 5. Bullseye gives him the point lead. Does he go for the 19 or does he extend? See, he's thinking about it. He should have already made the decision. And he drills it with the third dart. From the jaws of defeat, snatches victory. Big shot there from Larry Haynes. Big darts. Taking it down, going up 2-1. Going into 7-01, same score here, guys. How massive was that triple 19? Big, big third dart. It's kind of an all or nothing shot, but he hit it all, so congrats to him. Big shot to go up 2-1. And that was a break of throw, so these guys do now have a leg lead. So we're doing non-freeze stack score. So this isn't like the first game of 501 that we had. So Rome right into the dead center of the bullseye. He's feeling it now. He's really in a groove. You see his rhythms picked up a little bit, a little more consistent, and right on cue. Buries the first hat trick of the match. And you see that first shot from Rome might have pressured Mark a little bit, kind of on the brakes, only able to score 40. Larry's gonna love this. He should feel nice and loose coming into this shot. Larry right into it. Able to score 72, but that's okay. So they're up by 149 points. So anything less than a hat trick, they're still going to retain the lead here against the throw, which is pretty impressive. At first start was a little snatchy. You see his follow through got smoother on the second and found the target. Third dart just a little wayward, went high, but 72 is not going to be the end of the world. They're throwing a 32 against a 15, so looking pretty good right here, up by 158. And so this is where we see some of this too. I know Larry has played some longer format stuff. I know Rome just played a longer format stream a couple of weeks ago and did pretty well. And I don't know how much Mark or Ryan have played any long format stuff. So you might see a little bit of mental fatigue here. It's not that their muscles are tired, but they're just not used to being stuck in a match for multiple legs. So you might see this as this runs on. This is only one set for this season, guys. But it's a longer game set. So you might see some of these guys kind of lose focus and get a little wayward, and it might take them a couple rounds to refocus. That may be what we're seeing out of Mark right now, because the first two legs he looked pretty solid. Ryan right into the bullseye, finding it with the first two. And unable to connect on the third, but solid 110 score. Yeah, so you see Mark and Ryan only down by 2 balls before this round, but the problem is they were the first team to throw. So the team throwing second has stolen throw, and now are up by 138 points. So Mark's going to need to find some form here pretty quickly, or else this leg's going to be over with, and they're going to find themselves down 3-1. Able to take 76, so coming in with a 191-point lead. They are just absolutely in control, but here's the thing about all one, you cannot take your foot off the gas because these guys are always coming up behind. And right on cue, Ryan again, first 2 darts, just like last round in the bullseye. Unable to connect with the third, but good 119 score. Rome's going to need to answer that. Right on cue, answering the bell. Comes back, slides into the 10. Unfortunate deflection on that third dart, but good 110 shot, terrible 99 leave. But with the lead that they've got, he'll take it for sure. A lot of controversy and different ways to take this shot, but in soft tip, I think the shot is absolutely trip 19, trip 14. If you hit the single, it's going to leave you 80, which is a much easier 2 dart out. But you got to go with that 19, square the number up, and if you hit the triple, happy days. Go 42 hunting. Yeah, so I was just gonna say there's 2 options here with 80 with 2. You could throw it that triple 20 twice, and if you hit it once, then you just got to hit the single. But that's the danger there is if you go wayward left or right, you kill yourself. As far as having a look at the out, I think you have to go bullseye there and just hit it and just hit the shot. But either way, a miss either way is going to take you out of it there. That's why 99 is so tough. Ryan again into the bullseye, but only able to come away with 71. So Rome needs 30, whether that's 215s or 310s or whatever. I suspect he's going to miss on the outside with the first one because he doesn't listen to me. Man, did I call that or what? Leaving himself 28, unable to connect. But Mark has got 158, so he's got his hands full. But I preach to Rome, man. It's okay to throw out that double when it's not double out, but you just cannot miss outside. If you miss inside, leave yourself a single. But he's hard-headed and he just don't listen. So maybe eventually when he comes back and watches the stream, he might learn a lesson there. All right, 14 safe. You just go for the fat. If you're high or low, you don't bust. It's okay. Just go for the fat 14. He might throw it the double 7, but I don't like it. I think you just got to hit the single and move on to the next one. They're getting close enough now where they may be a threat to take out this 132, so just got to take it out. And that's why I don't like the double 7, because both neighbor numbers are bust numbers, even if you hit the single. That's it's just not an unwise shot. You need to throw it with what you're comfortable with, absolutely. But Ryan's been the on-form player here, and they are fortunate that he didn't find that bullseye with his first dart because he's been hitting 2 a whole lot. So Rome left 14. Time for him to hit it now. I suspect he'll go right at it. I hope he doesn't get cute and try to go at that double 7. See, and that's why. That's fine. You don't like hitting the 9, but at least you have another dart to win it. and you just can't suck. So you have to hit the number. Another bus leaving a 66. Is Mark going to be able to hucklebuck this shot and take this when they really had no business even being in this leg? High. Now, see, that's a terrible lead for him. Well, he's got a dart. He's not going to like it, but he's got a shot. You can see all three darts went high. He knows he shouldn't even be in this leg, and I think it might have been just a bit of an adrenaline, and it pushed all three darts high. The single 16 went to the single 8. The single 8, he hit a double 11, and the double 18, he missed outside the board. So I think all the players right now are feeling the pressure, and it just came out in that type of a shot there. Larry, right in the middle, learned his lesson after the first time, so no more playing around. Takes out the 14. They go up 3-1. Going back to one more game, a 7-0-1, same score.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello.
So it looks like we got the audio fixed on the board, so that should be better for everybody. So thank goodness. So right now, it's a 3-1 set. Larry and Romer ahead of Mark and Ryan, but it looks like we got all of our technical difficulties mostly worked out. I'm sure something else will pop up, but we'll figure it out as we go. Thank you guys so much for being patient.
All right, so that was stressful. Welcome to Season 2, everybody. I'm Derek Howard with Game Time Streaming. Glad to be back. Don, what have I missed?
Well, it might have been stressful for you, but I was just fine. The only thing you missed was turning your phone down before you came back into the commentator booth, but we're getting going pretty good. So Larry and Rome are up 3-1 right now, going into the second game of 7-0-1, same score. After this, guys, it's going to be 2 singles cricket matches and 2 singles 0-1 matches. So a couple sets of singles coming up after this, and then this is a race to 8, right? So got at least 5 more legs, but I suspect we're going to have more than that. Mark and Ryan coming back with a better showing here this leg, keeping pace, up by 73 points right now.
Yeah, so statistically looking like Larry's shooting the best down there. Definitely taking some games out, Don said. So Larry is very familiar with being on stream and starting off early hot.
Yeah, Larry's finished all 3 games that they've won, but I think actually the informed player right now is Rome, and I didn't expect to be saying that, but he's looking really good. I think he's just getting a little nervy at the end of the legs and not quite able to finish them out, and Larry, with his experience, has stayed a little more calm. Right on cue, Rome, double bowl with a 119 score. Big shot to take the point lead.
I did notice Rome down there lighting it up while I was waiting to get at that board noise. Looking dialed, throwing straight.
All right, door open here for Larry. If you can put a ton-plus shot in here, it's going to really turn the screws on Mark and Ryan, because that last shot is going to be way less than he would have been hoping for. Needs this one. Finds this one. So big 110 shot, taking almost a 100-point lead, and all the weight now on Ryan. Yeah, and like I said before, I think there might be a little bit of mental fatigue. So coming into these singles matches, it's pretty strategic, because whoever you play in cricket, you're going to play the opposite in 0-1. But also, if you notice that your partner needs a break, it might be better to have him play second, just so he can kind of get his head together, catch some fresh air. Rome unable to find it, so only able to come away with 27. They're still up by 102, so they got a little bit of a point lead, but Mark can certainly erase that here. So no outshot here, but he needs to find the first 2 bullseyes and then worry about setting Rome up with a triple or something. Unable to connect, so door wide open here. Bullseye chip 18 for Rome if he chooses to go that way. Gotta say, I love that jersey that Rome's wearing. Big triple 20 there for Rome, leaving 19. Yeah, and he did that second bullseye just to pressurize this shot, but luckily there's no doubles to throw at here, so Larry should be going straight at this fat 19.
Yeah, I did see him do an interesting double out earlier. Wound up hitting the neighbor double.
Lance, you got me cracking up. The comment was absolutely out of pocket.
So Larry takes out his 4th game in a row. So on to singles we go here. So this is cricket singles, and we left it up to them to decide who plays who, as long as it's the opposite whenever they play 0-1. So a little bit of strategy here.
The what? Larry's been really consistent on these 20s, and with that open round there, door's wide open for him here. Once again, Larry right back into the triple 20 with his first dart, able to hit another 20 for points. So once again, showing up on those 20s after an open round from the other team. So nice job by Larry. All right, so another big spot here. Rome was only able to find 120, so kind of puts Larry under the gun here. Needs to find a triple, and not that triple. Lance, if you are absolutely welcome to come do that if you'd like to be homeless. It's totally up to you. You can commentate full time. You don't have to work, but don't expect a paycheck because we're not getting one yet. That's absolutely an option, Lance, but it's going to be getting cold here pretty soon. Yeah, so these guys should have been playing singles cricket here, but it's totally fine. We're just going to move the singles cricket a little further down in the match. They will play singles on 1 next. Big. Oh, I thought that was 7. Only 4, but good shot to bring them back close in this point run. So I suspect Ryan's going to take a look at the 20, but if he misses anything there, he should be going points. Goes right into the triple 19 first start. I like it. Buries the second. Now he can take a stab. Unable to connect on the third, but good 7 mark there from Ryan. So my correction, guys, they are playing singles, so they're doing it right. I just haven't been paying attention, I guess. But Larry down by 62, and Ryan right back into that triple 19 and hits 4. So Larry's going to have to hit a pile of 20s here. He's being out-averaged by 0.8 of a point, so I know his game is definitely higher than a 2-4, but he's just got to find it now. Ryan taking 2. I don't think this number's going to be here after this round, so Larry needs to take advantage, get as many 20s as he can. Don't even look at the 19s right now. Bury as many 20s as you can. Try to protect that number, and hopefully you get a crack at those 19s if you hit a big shot here. Needs a triple here desperately. Wouldn't give him the lead, but it'll get him close. And finds a triple. Big third dart there from Larry. So gives him a 2-point lead, but I don't think it's going to be enough. But if nothing else, he's clawed back that point differential. So even if Ryan takes the 20s away, he's nothing more than probably a 4 or 5 mark on 18s or 17s. Closes the 20 with authority with that third dart. I think he's going to go 17s here. He typically does. But now only down 17 points. So 4 mark ties the game. 5 mark will give him the lead. Yeah, this is one of those weird math spots too, right? Do you go 18s knowing that a 4 mark's going to give you a 1 point lead? Or do you go to your comfort number and hit those 17s? And, you know, if you're going to hit the triple, it's worth it. Take the number away. Tie ball game now, 437. Good 4 mark. Yeah, we were just talking about the average differential. Larry was .8 behind, and that quickly in 2 or 3 rounds, they were tied at a 2-9, but Ryan coming up, throwing a blank, and now against all odds, Larry's in the driver's seat here. I would take some and get the 17s, but now at this point, just close those 19s, make them go away. Unable to connect with the 17s in the first 2. What's he do with third dart here? I think he got a point. And unable to hit, so blank hits a blank, and they're both thrown a 2-6-4 now. I really would have liked to see Larry take those 19s out in the previous throw just because they were tied. So you can kind of eliminate that point advantage. So now with him only hitting 2 19s, it puts Larry 3 17s away. But he's just going to have to focus and hit more. And right as I say that first dart, right in the center, or not the center, buried into the triple. You spent the second dart on the 17. I would have said I would suggest staying there. Because it's kind of an all-or-nothing shot, but he hit all of it. So big triple 19 there, closing it out, and going to force Ryan to either go 18s or 16s. Larry, right on the wire. If I'm him, I go back down to the 17s, and he does, and he buries the triple. Good third dart there, scoring 51 points, going up by 81 here. So Ryan's gonna need 5. If he hits 5, he's gonna have a 5-point lead. First dart right in the heart of the triple. Hits a single. One more for the point lead. Oh, and that was the most unlucky bounce out there. That had triple written all over it. Able to hit 5. He needed more than 5, apparently. Oh, he had to close the number first. So, still down by points by 27. I think if I'm Larry, I throw the first dart at the 18. If I miss anything at the 18, the rest is going to points here. Got to stay there now, though. Shut it down. Yeah, you wasted 2 darts there. You got to close it. And coming in low, hits a 4-4. So door's wide open here for Ryan. He needs another big round like he had last time, but this could be a momentum changer here for sure. Only gets 1, still down by 11, or down by 9, and chooses to go after that 17. I really don't like that dart. So, in the booth here, I got the great Danny Broughton. Really good to see you. Thanks for dropping in today, Danny.
Yeah, easy with that great word there. Just Danny. Just Danny here. Just coming out to watch, maybe talk a little smack. Nothing crazy.
Well, you threw pretty great at our last finale tournament, so I think you earned that title at least for a little bit. So,
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the finale. We just came here to talk about Larry and these guys down here.
all right. So Larry closes up the 18s, keeps his 9-point lead, but unable to extend the point lead on those 17s. He did take one dart at it, but wasn't able to connect. So Ryan's going to be throwing at the 15s, skipping over the 16s here. So this is surprising out of Larry. That was a great shot. It was a big 5 mark. But I really would have expected him to point more than just the 117 before taking a stab at the 15s. But he connected. He was able to close it, so it was a good shot. But just interesting because that's not typically the way I see him play. I normally see him play a much more point-heavy game, and he just hasn't been going that way. And I don't know if it's because Ryan's been throwing so well, he doesn't think he's going to be able to extend the point lead. And right on cue, Ryan comes in with 6 16s. But, yeah, it's a little bit out of character from what I normally see out of him. Pretty surprising.
Yeah, you would really expect Larry. For everybody that knows Larry, he would just lay on these 17s here. I don't know. He's getting a little aggressive down there. Maybe there's too many people down there getting a little antsy or something. But normal Larry would just lay on these 17s here.
Only able to find one triple. He's in the ballpark with all 3, but only getting one to connect. Brady, it is Don Spear and Danny Broughton.
Hey, somebody kick Brady out of those comments right now. I don't want to see him in there. Lance, we see you in the comments down here. It's a lot of talk from a guy that played level 2. That's all I want to say.
But he won level 2. He didn't take second.
Level 2, not as cool as level 1. Don just also told me that Lance staying in level 2, not even moving up to level 1 for doubles. So, guess you can talk all you want in those comments, there, Lance.
Once again, without the point lead going after the 16s, he doesn't close it, only gets a single, and only gets 117 for a 1-point lead. So really playing with fire here. Shots fired, Lance. Shots fired.
Okay, hold up. I changed my mind. Brady can stay.
So big point battle here between the 17s, 16s, and 15s. Larry really, big 4 mark there, so kind of puts him back in the driver's seat. But barring a big shot from Ryan here, these 16s have to go away. Only able to find one, so he's up by 37, which is going to be 3 16s. Make these 16s go away, and then just extend the point lead. Well, Lance, to be fair, I think you called out every master shooter that's been on the stream, so it's kind of hard to tell who you're serious about and who you're not. I do not understand that at all. He was able to close it, which is job done, but man, that was super risky, because even if you hit the double, what do? Do you stay at the bullseyes? I don't understand.
I mean, he's only up 2 bowls here. I mean, this is exactly why, right? He closes and then he hits a bowl. Yeah, that's a great throw. I'm just a little surprised by Larry here. He always goes points, and it looks like it hasn't hurt him too bad yet, but he's flirting with it.
Yeah, this could be one of those situations, just mental fatigue too. So Larry's been playing, and it's not going to be an arm or muscle fatigue, but maybe mentally he just might need a break, and he's just making some poor decisions just because of the stress and the pressure level.
Yeah, I also wonder, I mean, there is quite a few people downstairs. I wonder if, a lot of the noise, everyone's talking, they're having their own conversations, the music's loud. I wonder if any of that's starting to get to him a little bit.
All right, so Larry only need one more here. So Brady, it's a different format here. So the first game is 501 freeze. Then we have 2 games of cricket. Then 2 games of 701 same score. Then 2 single games of cricket. 2 single games of 501. 2 games of cricket. 2 games of 701 same score. A game of cricket, and then choice. So it kind of floats around a little bit, but it's only one set. And thanks for keeping me distracted while Ryan hits a 5 ball to snatch that game out of nowhere. So big shot from Ryan, bringing this match 4-2. So Rome is going to be playing Mark in this next cricket match, and Larry's going to have a minute to catch his breath and maybe get his head together here.
Yeah, just to reiterate, I mean, Larry had multiple opportunities to get up heavy on the points, and he just didn't seem to do it. Got a little bull happy or trying to close out numbers he shouldn't have. He should have just gone up in points, and that's exactly why you don't.
Brady, across the top of the screen, I expanded the leg format for you. All the 501 games are going to be freeze. All the 701 games are going to be same score. But that's the format there. Except for the 2 cricket singles and the 2 501 singles right in the middle that we're in the middle of right now. So Rome's shooting great. Had a big shot on those 18s, and Mark, unimpressed, goes up and closes the 18s. So both players throwing well right now. Rome's just literally 2 triples and a single 19 away. Takes the 19 away, which I don't hate, but if you do that, you've got to close your next number. Anything less than that, it's a waste of turn. And pins the triple with the third dart. So risky shot, but it may end up paying off. He's at least hopefully going to have a clean number. I don't think Mark throws at the 17. I think he's got to go with the 16 or 15 to get a number first. Yeah, he's going after the 15, so well done by Rome. Securing a number and protecting it a bit. Door's wide open here for Rome, only hitting a single.
Just curious, Don, here, why wouldn't you go chase that number there? Why not have that point lead, take that number, make Rome, then go hit another triple, and push him around a little bit?
It's an efficiency thing for me. So if I go single 17, trip 17, and I'm trying to close that 17, that triple does nothing. It's a single. But if I do that on the 15, I secure a number, and I extend my point lead. And what can happen sometimes is if you go with the 17 and you don't close it, they can extend the point lead. Even if you do close it, they've got 3 more clear darts to get a number and score points, and you have no way to answer it. So if they get the number and score points, and then you shut that one down, and then they do it again on 15s, all of a sudden, they're ahead in points, and you've got no numbers left. So you have to lock a number down for yourself so you can defend against a point game.
Just playing a little devil's advocate here. Well, the same thing could be said if you go try and open up a new number and miss. Now Rome just gets the tee off on the 17s that he just opened up. Or the other way, you can push him around and make him go close a number. You know, with the nice, I don't remember what it was, 30 some point lead. Mm-hmm. You know, just some thoughts.
Yeah, well, a miss is a miss, right? So if you miss, you miss. It doesn't matter. But at least you're giving yourself the opportunity to hit a big shot. Because even if you go single 17, trip 17, and close it, that's cool. But you've essentially thrown away one mark in a critical point of the game where you're going to need it. So for me, it's much better to get a number, secure a number, so that you can at least battle back if he does start hitting some big points. And a huge shot from Rome there. Closing the 15 with the triple and then 2 single 16. So it's kind of the same point here. Mark's got to just bury these 16s while they're still alive and hope to get close here.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that little exchange we had there. You know, I think if for me, I'm still taking those 17s. I think people are comfortable on 19s and 17s. I think people throw on those numbers a lot. They would rather throw at 19s than 20s and 17s over 18s. So if you can take somebody out of their comfort zone, push them to the corners where they're not as comfortable, also making them have to open it up and then score, I take that trade with the point lead. Just thoughts.
Yeah, there's certainly something to be said about comfortability and throwing at the shot that you like the most, because you're going to tend to hit more, and that's totally valid. But if you saw, as soon as Jerome went to the 15s, he tripped it, then he went to 16s and hit 2 singles. So I think even if you go with those 17s, it's probably not going to work out great for you. And at the end of the day, Jerome threw a 3 to Mark's 2-1-5, and that's typically going to win almost every time. But there's certainly food for thought there with that strategy. So, I mean, general rule of thumb is you don't want to chase, and I feel like if you're closing their number, if you don't have a huge point lead, if you're closing their number without you having your own number to point back on your chasing, that's generally not a winning strategy, usually, unless you just straight out shoot the guy, which is what Rome did there, but Rome also wasn't chasing, so. But yeah, it's definitely something you could think about.
Well, big hat trick there by Ryan. That was putting Rome behind the number here a little bit. Throwing 36 though. See what he got.
Yeah, so Rome's staying hot here, going back-to-back in the singles matches, and Larry taking a 2-leg break. So Ryan coming off a break as well, so should be refreshed here. trip 16 for Rome to come back from behind. Unable to connect. Leaves 55. So easy 30 out here for Ryan. Oh, no. So he did the thing that I yelled at Rome about earlier, which was throwing at the double, which is totally fine. But if you do it, you cannot miss outside, and leaves himself a 5. So Rome's got to be licking his chops here. Hits the 5, needs the bullseye, nothing less. And hits the bullseye to come back from behind. So good showing from Rome, taking down both of his singles legs. So one more single leg of 501 between Mark and Larry, and then we're going to go back into doubles cricket. So they are up 6-2.
So here's another little scenario here, Don. Why go 5 bull and not bull 5 here? Great job by Rome, though. Nailed them both. Why 5 bull?
Okay, so the reason you go 5 bull here is because if you miss the 5, you have 2 darts to clean it up. If you miss the bull, you may not have an outshot, but you still might. You have a chance of having an outshot. If you go the other way and you miss the 5, you're dead. And there's no third dart chance. Absolutely. That's why you go that way, in that specific situation. I know you like going the other way sometimes, Danny, but in that situation, that's it.
So I do, but in the 5 scenario, I wouldn't, because it's surrounded by the 12 and the 20. I would not. But if it was, say the 18, say it was 68, I would probably go bull. I'd probably go bull first, because if I miss the bull, I can clean it up. If I hit the 18, I could still hit a triple 18 there too. So, that was just a little thought there, because I hear that's common around, that people will always talk about. So I was just curious what you thought.
Okay, so devil's advocate, 68. I throw at triple 18, because if I hit the single, it leaves me bull, and that's totally fine. If I hit the triple, it leaves me single 14, and I'm totally okay with that too. So even in that situation, I'm still going 18 first. There are probably some other numbers where I may not do that. Like, I'd have to think about it, maybe 63 or something weird like that. But generally speaking, I'm going to leave the bullseye for my second dart. I know a lot of people don't like it, and on a weird number like a 63, a 39 would leave 24. So I guess it's an out, but it's not a great out. I could kind of see that. I think 63 would probably be one of those shots, because if you hit the bullseye, it leaves 13, and you don't have a bus number around, so you'd still have a third dart. So for that shot, it'd be reasonable, but I think it's more common and it's more applicable to take the smaller number first and leave bullseye. But there are instances where it could go either way. All right, Larry had a 2-game break, and man, it looks like he's got it back together. Throwing a 29 right now, sitting on 69. Gonna have the first look at the out.
You leave me a
We are at the headquarters of GTS in Groveland Township. We're having serious discussions on the outs right now, Lance, because you kept spurring it on. All right, so Larry and Rome are on the hill, up 7-2 right now, looking really good. Big shot from Ryan. Huge 7 mark there. Taking the point lead and closing down the 19s. Big shot coming in here for Larry. He needs to close the number and get some points. Straight into the 17-17. Huge 7 mark from Larry there. Way to step up in this last game, the decider if they win it. So taking a 24-point lead, closing out another number. You can tell Rome and Larry play a lot together. You see the chemistry. They're getting along with each other and really enjoying it here. So nice and loose. You can tell there's a big difference. Mark, unfazed by that 7 mark, right back into that triple 20. Able to find a 5 mark there. Chooses to go to the 18s to try to get another number. Rome's going to have to pile these 17s on now, though. Big third dart triple. Able to find 4, taking a 12-point lead. So what we're going to see, though, with the 17 being so much smaller than that 20, every triple is 9-point differential. So they're going to find themselves needing extra darts here if they're not able to close this 20 out. And Ryan going after the 18, and I like this shot. Takes the number, goes back, and buries the triple 20. So going up by 48. Larry's going to be a triple away, but really it's more than that because they're down by 2 numbers now. So they're going to need a bit of a point lead, which is going to be tough with the smallest number between the 20, the 18, and the 17. Big third dart triple. Able to hit 5, taking a 37-point lead. So they're going to be relying on a miss, though, because these guys have been pretty steady. Throwing a 4-4 against a 4-6. Really good leg here. All right, that's a miss that Rome needed. I don't hate him trying to take these 20s out, but if he misses anything at the 20, he's gonna have to go back down a point on those 17s. Stay there till it's gone. Got a point now. Big triple 17 there. Takes the number away without the point lead, but able to snipe that trip 20 with a third dart. Big shot. Yeah, they're going to have to get a number and get a point lead back, but they got to make that 20 go away because both players are just peppering that triple 20.
Well, 2-7 is pretty surprising. I saw the singles matches down there. Looks like Rome was catching fire, and there's no give up here in Ryan and Mark. So this is possible to come back from this. They just have to, keep their adrenaline up here, keep focused.
Again, Mark just leaning on those 20s. If I'm Rome, I'm taking those 20s away this round. Take them away and make them fight that fight on the 18s and try to get as many points back. But they're just leaning on those 20s. And it's just such a big number against the 16s at this point. I make it go away. That 16's blocked off now. I would close it. I would still close it. Trying to force it in. Finds a single, but not going to be enough.
So stay tuned. Next, we do have Tim Brooks and Sr. and Tim Brooks Jr. And we have William Stanley and Terence Robinson. And that is going to be a very good match. I expect that to be a very good close format or close scoreline, Don.
Yeah, I know Will was going through a slump earlier, probably a month ago, but it seems like he broke out of it. He was playing pretty good last week that I saw. And Terence is actually kind of in a slump right now, but I know his ability, so see if he can pull that out. at 20 is absolutely killing them, but they're down by 71 points now, so this is really all you can do. So good 6-mark shot there from Larry, cutting the deficit down to just 26 points, and you got to just keep chopping away and hope for another miss. And when that miss comes, you got to take advantage of it. Those 20s have to go away at the next miss. All right, the miss is here. He only hit one, so if I'm Rome, I probably throw it the 15 so I hit a triple. But if I hit a triple, that 20's going away. 20's got to go right now. And here's the problem. So I understand getting a point lead, but a triple 20 is with 4 15s at this point. And at some point, you've got to start chipping away at those numbers. Up by 41. A triple will give you 4-point lead.
Larry definitely loves the points, so he's going to be looking at all 15s here.
Yeah, surprisingly, Larry hasn't been pointing the way he normally does, though. So it'll be interesting to see the way he goes here. 7 mark would be just so massive here, but unable to find the first one. Finds a triple. He's got to take the 20 out here. Yes, finally. Takes the 20 away. Has a 4-point lead, and he's going to force Mark over to those 18s. I know a lot of people don't like those 18s, so getting him off of that comfortable 20, see how he responds. And I know Rome has been absolutely drilling the 18s all day today. And that's exactly why I said you got to get him off the 20. So door wide open, only a 4-point lead. So Rome's got to be careful here. If he hits the 18, you stay there till it's closed. If you miss it, you got to go down for points. Big double 18. Go down for points. Tries it, doesn't hit it, but that's fine. Job done. Number closed. They have a 4-point lead going into bullseyes.
Yep, that was a dagger there. Ryan's trying to send him to bullseyes.
Miss is on the outside. Terrible deflection on the third dart. So here's the deal. Every doubles game that Larry and Rome have won, Larry has taken it out. So knowing that, does he go for the bull shot or does he go points? Anything less than 4 or 5 15s really isn't worth it. So I think I throw at the bulls. If I miss my first start, I'll go the rest back at the 15s. But I think I got to go for the game shot. Yeah, he does. Should be going back down to the 15s now, though. I don't understand that, but he buried the double. So door open. They're up by 19, which that bullseye didn't extend the point lead at all. But another 15, or that 15 didn't extend it, but another one would. But now that was a real pressure shot because he put the X on the bullseye, and Mark knows they're probably not going to get another look at this, so he needs double-double to win the match, or win the game. But Larry gave him game shot here, and he really didn't have to. All right, Rome just coming up, needs one bullseye to win this match.
The way he's been shooting, it's going to be first dart. So congratulations to Rome and Larry, as they will get a free entry into the championship and be able to watch this stream back and be happy about it with the 2-8 scoreline done.
Yeah, congratulations to those two. Commiserations to Mark and Ryan. First time in the venue. Larry's played here before. Rome hasn't, so maybe there was a bit of a comfortability factor. I think a lot of it just came down to the long format, and it just kind of wore down on them. And Rome and Larry were just able to keep the pressure on. But I know a good time had by all. It looks like everybody enjoyed themselves. Thanks so much, guys, for playing. We do have another doubles match coming up right after this, guys. Give us five or so minutes. We'll get these other guys acclimated, get them ready to go. Thank you so much. This is Don Spear here with Derek Howard. We are Game Time Streaming. We will be right back. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we do have a giveaway here. The Nico Springer Team 180 soft tip 18-gram darts. I have felt these darts. They look a little front-loaded. And every $10 you support us with at Venmo or PayPal gets you a slot in the wheel. So two slots is $20, and every winner that's won here at Game Time Streaming has only put $20 in. So these were given to us donated by Kim Wallace. So big shout out to Kim Wallace. Thank you, buddy, for these darts. And I believe Jeremy Chandler throws these darts, and we had him on stream, and he shot great. So they clearly work. And so we're going to take a little break here. It's Tim Brooks Jr. and Tim Brooks Sr. versus Terence Robinson and William Stanley, and this is going to be exciting. They've been warming up upstairs for a while, so they're going to come in firing. So thanks for watching Game Time Streaming. I'm Derek Howard alongside Don Spear, and we'll be right back.
right, guys, we are back for round 2. We have got Tim Brooks Jr. and Tim Brooks Sr. playing Will Stanley and Terence Robinson. So Will and Terence are both playing out of Flint. Will's base bar is J.J. Langs. Terence is the Wooden Keg. Terence only been playing 2 years. Will's only been playing a year right now, but he's looking really good for the short amount of time. Tim Brooks Jr. lives out of Davison. Senior's out of Goodrich. Tim Brooks Sr. plays out of Goodrich Country Club. We love those guys. And Junior says he's a rock. So, Junior's been throwing about 10 years. And Tim Brooks Sr.'s been throwing 13 years. So, definitely a matter of the newer our players versus the older our players. But, Terence kind of been in a little bit of a slump that he spoke about today. But Will just pulled himself out of the slump. He's been pretty hot. So, should be an interesting one and a fun one to go. Just about a minute here, and we'll have him diddling up. Terence opening up with a big hat trick. Solid first 3 darts. I'll tell you, if Terence can open up like this and stay like this, Tim Jr. and Tim Sr. are both going to have their hands full here. Will right into the bullseye with the first 2. A little wayward on the third, but it was a good miss. 11, leaving 440. So Will and Terence throwing 43 right now. Looking good. Right on it with the third one for Will. Scoring 68, but they're pretty comfortable right now, up by 176 points. 276 points. Yeah, commanding lead. These guys are looking good. Throwing a 37 right now, sitting at 136, while Tim Jr., Tim Sr. sitting at 427. Will looking good. Able to find one bullseye. Finishes with a 54, leaving 82, which is a great leave there. One dart, triple 20. That's interesting that he went for the. Well, I don't know. I assume he went for the bullseye and just had a happy accident, hit the forward. But leaving 59, they got some time here, but they need to take it out. No point in fooling around with it. Tim Brooks Sr. coming in with a decent low ton there. 102, 59 left for Will here. Should go for the 9 first. And that's why you throw out the 9 first, kids. Slides into the double, leaves 41. Should go, let's see here, 11 for double 15. Leaves a single, that's totally fine. Fat 15 for the win. And Terence, unable to close the 15. So these are the type of things, like right now, it's not super pressurized because the Brooks boys are not close. But in a close leg, you guys had 3 darts from 59 and then 3 more from 15 and unable to check it. And Will able to clean it up, but man, that's something you're really going to want to focus on later because that could cost you. But nice job taking the first leg. Going on to cricket now. Terence needs to find a triple here. Unable to, but only a 6-point difference, so not the end of the world, and there's an X on that 20. So I think Tim Jr. here is going to need to hit some 20s first. Decides to go to the 19s. Unable to connect, and stays there for all 3. So strategically not, I think, the best. Even with the single 19 here, I think you take the 20 away. I think you're going to take the 20 away now. Misses, still take it. And he closes it. So he'll be a little frustrated. He missed the board with the second dart, but closed it. So job done. They do have the point lead. And they're going to force the Brooks boys to another number here. Big trip 16 there for Will. And Barry's a 17 too. So nice job taking control of the bottom of the board there. Only 15s left and they own everything down there. So, and also forcing, like we said before, I would have said forcing them up to the 18s. And maybe these two guys just hate 18s. And if I have that knowledge, I'm leaving them on 18s for the rest of the night. Take these 15s away, get some more points, and move on. Terence needs some 19s here. Wisely switches back over to the 19s, going up by 62 here. Big shot from Will there. 6-19s, taking a big point lead. 116 points up. All right, Terence with a little breathing room here. He needs to make these 15s go away. First start made him go away. Takes the 18s and buries a double bull. Massive 8-mark round there for Terence. Just a single bullseye here to win the second leg. Big shot there from Terence. Nice shot from Will. Taking down the second leg, going up 2-0. Another big 6-mark from Will there. Closing 19s, taking 57 points. Terence is going to have to back him up here, though. Big 4-mark there for Terence. Another big 6-mark from Will. He is just firing. Unfortunately, not enough to get the point lead after the big shot from Junior, but Senior's staying on those 20s, which I understand that. So Terence is going to have to back Will up again. Big first start. Stay there now. And triple three, single three, right next door. 3 well-thrown darts, only one connects, though. This might just be a matter of you have to take that 20 out because they're just locked in. They're too comfortable on that number. So, but being down 96, I mean, you don't have much choice right now. big close on the 17s and taking the 15s away. Once again, you see these guys not want to throw at the 18s, so this may be a weapon here. Oh, you hear the Brooks boys getting loud down there. They're getting fired up right now. Throwing a 3.83, looking good. And to be fair, Will and Terence aren't throwing a bad leg, but a 3.09 is going to lose to a 3.83 every time. Big hat trick again from Will. And that's leg number 3. So, yeah, 2-1. So Tim Brooks Sr. is going to take that one down, going up, or going, still down 2-1, but bringing it closer. Oh my God. You guys need to be here. The commentary in here is unbelievable, but there's a reason our mics are muted. Lance, I don't know who we're playing yet. We're still working on all the matchups, but I will let you know as soon as I find out. Nice hat trick from Terence. That was needed for sure. Gives them a 30-point lead, 29-point lead, but they have the throw and they've lost the throw at this point, so they're going to need to stay on that. Two nice doubles. Big switch for the triple 20 to leave 140. Risky shot, but it paid off. Good shot for Terence there. behind Larry?
Will has been playing
Oh,
a lot of
that's-
steel tip
no,
lately,
that's-
so look for that double out there. Just kidding.
What a dick.
Only able to come away with 22, so doors open here now for Junior. I cannot believe 71 2 darts. I'm going for the 11 there. Leave myself an out either way. Oh, he didn't take a second just to ensure that he hit it. Leaves 50, and Senior's on 46, so this is definitely missable. Pressure's on now with Will sitting on 50. Will's been the informed player for sure on this team. Tightening that point and drills the double. So Senior again takes another one down, bringing it level at 2-2. Got another game of 7-1, but more importantly, that was a break of throws. So this match is all knotted up, 2-2 and back on throw. Junior really been turning it on these last couple games. The first game and a half, he was a little shaky, but really stepped it up, and his consistency's looking good. Will, nice shot there with the ton, though. Will is looking really strong. Really strong right now. Another big ton from Will, just staying steady. Sitting at 122. Brooks boys are on 269, so looking good this leg.
Well, big 15 there by Tim. That's going to hurt. They needed a big low ton there to put a little pressure on. Terence, no, nice. You would think. No pressure here, and then he throws a 1.
If you're going to go 2 triples there at 114, I really like 2 trip 19s. He was going to go trip 20, trip 18. And it really comes down to whatever you're most comfortable with, but I like not having to switch if you hit the first one. But it's fine, no harm done. Sitting on 63. Brooks boys still on 187.
Here we go, Don. 13 bowl or bowl 13. What do we do here, Will?
13 bowl all day.
Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. Leaving yourself to 41. Hate to see it.
Misses happen. Unable to even it up either, too. So leaves a 27. Now, here's a question. Does he get wild and throw at the 999? I think it's absolutely foolish to do. I think you throw at the 317 area. Leave yourself an out either way.
I would never throw at that 999. You mean you're surrounded by 14, 12. I mean, a really good dart could pop in the 12 and you bust. So I would never.
And he fires at it.
Oh, Terence getting a little confident, going for the double out, and then misses the single. So 167.
And that is exactly why you don't burn a dart like that. I mean, they're at a 167. It's a really tough out, so they're going to get another look. But, man, just go for the 18. If you miss left or right, you're still going to have another dart. Just fire at it. So 16 left for Will. That's fine. Hit the 9 now. There we go. Buries it. So going up 3-2, but needed that one. And
I see you in the comments here, Lance. I gotta tell you, I think I'm with you on this. That 41, that makes me so mad.
no. Just no. No. Another 6 mark from Will. He is shooting phenomenal right now. Big 6 mark answer on the 18s from Junior there. Will is just living in this 19 right now. That's a critical miss. Will only needs a single to close the 18 and really put his mark on this leg and take a big advantage. You got to take the 15 here. Why leave the X there? I'll tell you what, Junior's not missing by much. He finds it with the third one.
I got to tell you, I just played senior in league on Wednesday night, and he was telling me that junior hasn't been throwing much. I've been very impressed with him so far, coming out firing.
Yeah, he's only throwing a 2-1 right now, but I think he's had one or two rounds that have just been blanks, and that really pulled his average down. But he's hanging with Will, and Will's been throwing sixes like crazy today. Mature dart decision there to stay there for the triple, taking himself up, taking an 89-point lead. Good shot there from Will. And with that 5 mark on those 19s, he earned himself a look at these 17s. If he can take these, Junior's going to be down to just the 16s. 17s are gone. And I would have liked to see a 19 there, but the 16's okay. The problem is that's an all or nothing shot. If you hit a single, it really doesn't matter because he's going to go at it no matter what next round. The only good dart there is a triple, but a single 19 would have done a whole lot more for you. And 7 16s in response, cutting the lead down to just 8. I was just about to say pressure applied, but Will able to find that triple with the third dart. Big third dart there from Will. You can really tell these two are enjoying it. Every time the other player hits a big shot, you see him smile, and they're into this. They're liking it. So Will's got the advantage.
You too.
I like this. Going to the 19s first. Now you got to go back down. Don't stay there. Oh, he stayed there, but he caught it. It's a very risky dart, but it was a big close. So Will with 19s and 15s and a 52-point lead. So he's up by 3 bulls. 6-3 on bullseyes right now, and he's got 2 numbers with no marks on it. And a big 4-bull shot there from Junior. Monster shot. All right, so Will's up by 40 points, and he's got 2 clean numbers. I throw with the bull. If I miss it, I throw the next 2 with the 19 and just pile on some points. Just pile them on. And this is the moment, is when you have a round like that where Junior can come in and throw a hucklebuck here. Double bullseye, and he's going to have game shot. Unable to connect with the first dart, though. He's got a point here, right? Oh, he drills the double for the leg. Big shot from Will. He took some chances, took some risks. Sometimes it's going to bite you, but it worked out for him. He picked that triple with the third dart, picked the double bull with the third dart as well. Good job.
I got to tell you, lovely confidence there going after the bull. I mean, you got to really be feeling that shot to take that. Everybody up here was saying points, and Will's like, no, I'll just take the game. Love that.
That's going to put him up 4-2, and now Terence is going to play Tim Sr. here. And then after that, we're going to have
See, that's big for me, right?
501 again. 501 singles. Huge 7 mark from Tim Brooks Sr. So after the 7 mark, Tim Brooks Sr. unable to connect with his next round. So doors open here for Terence, but he needs to fill this thing up. Unable to find it. Terence going to need to find something, and find it he did. Big 7 mark there, taking a 50-point lead down by 3 numbers, so he's going to have to lean on that 17 quite a bit. If I'm senior, I'm probably taking the 17 away, and then I'll work on my points later. And he does so. Picks the triple and buries a triple 20 with his last start. Big shot. So Terence able to close the 16s and get a slight point lead. Now, could get hairy. I might take these 19s away because you got next there, and then extend the point lead a little more. That's what I would probably do, but he buries the 20. Does he go? Goes for the 18. Big shot from Terence. It was only a 5, but, I mean, he threw a 7 mark. It just didn't count for them all. Very risky going for the 18. It was an all-or-nothing shot. After hitting the 20, though, I kind of don't blame him. He had momentum going, and he was feeling good that round. So I got to welcome into the booth a good buddy of mine that I've known for years. He's all the way up here from Tennessee. Lucky Felts, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, my friend. Enjoy watching all this. This is great.
Really happy you guys made the road trip. I know we were talking. You got to come back up here and play in one of these matchups. So that'll be fun to watch you in here. And Tim Brooks, good night. Another 7 mark. Throwing a 3-5. Terrence not having a bad round. Throwing a 3-1. But just not enough to keep up with the firepower. Only down 29 points. Choosing to close numbers out. I respect that. I don't know if I'd have went for the 15. I probably would have went to Bulls there after getting the 18s to go away.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't. There's no way I would have shot back at the 15s again. I would have shot the bull.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're going to get into a point battle, that's the number you want to be fighting against if you've got the bullseyes. So now just try to bury as many of those bullseyes as you can, get a point lead, and hopefully you can hang on. Able to find one, unable to find any with the next 2, but both were right on the wire. Really good looking darts. All right, Tim able to take it down. Setting this matchup 4-3 in the favor of Will and Terrence so far. Gonna go back into singles 501 here, so gonna watch Terrence play Junior, and Junior, both these Brooks guys have been throwing really. Oh, you already got it. Both of the Brooks guys have been throwing really well, so Terrence is gonna have his hands full here. He's gonna have to come out hot and stay hot. Will has been throwing great tonight, so that should be a really good game. Only able to find one. It looks like his follow-through is a bit abbreviated. I don't know if that's because he is kind of slumping right now, lacking a little confidence, but he's not finishing his throw.
It might be what you were talking about earlier, Don, with just long format. I'm not sure if any of these guys experienced with that, but it does take a toll on you.
Well, I know last week, Terrence, who we see now, actually played Rome in a long format match, and Rome actually won, which was surprising. It was kind of the upset, but so they've got a little bit of experience at least. But as soon as we say that, Terrence comes in with a solid hat trick there. And Junior answers with a low ton, so. Redneck Radio coming in here, so Terrence able to find one again, so taking 145-point lead. We are having way too much fun in the commentary booth, guys. If you could just hear these conversations, you would not believe it. Big third dart. Terrence seems to be finding that third dart. If he could just throw the first 2 the way he's throwing a third, he'd be in really good shape right now. But sitting on a 153.
talking about.
Big shot here. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He had 69 left, and instead of going 19 bull, shoots at the 20 again. Terence, unbothered, 40 left. Single 20, at least he didn't miss high, and buries it. So good job winning that one. So Terence is going to take down the first single 501. Good answer after a bad first round from Will. Will's going to be against the throw here, so with Tim only hitting 71, Will needs a ton. A ton gets him right back in this year. A hat trick's going to give him a little bit of a lead.
Very.
Big second. Big third. Nice job. Nice job from Will. Taking a 23-point lead, but that 153 is sketchy, but I'd rather have that than the 176, that's for sure. So this is one thing I don't like. I wish Will would have stopped and did the math. It was a good shot. It was 117 to leave 36, but the problem is when you go bullseye with the first dart, you're leaving yourself 103. You have no shot at the out. It's a good shot, but luckily Tim missed the first dart, so he's going to get a look at this 36. So no harm, no foul. Tim should be going 19 here to leave himself 50. Cardinal sin there again. Missed on the outside, but he finds a double with a second dart, so good win there for Will. Yeah, Will, I know, like I said before, Will's just coming out of a slump, but man, he looks good right now. He's hitting the shots. I don't like that he missed the single 18 or the double 18 on the outside with the first dart, but he did correct it. Buries the double with the second dart. But other than that, man, lots of 6 marks, lots of 5 marks, lots of tons. He's got a hat trick already. And as soon as I say that, he goes and airballs on the 20s. But the nice thing that I like to see right there is his reaction when he was smiling. He wasn't all upset, all pissed off like he has been before. You know, it's darts. You're not going to always hit. You're going to have misses, and it's how you react to those because Misses are going to come no matter what. So good to see that reaction out of him, even though you want to hit more than nothing, obviously, but you deal with it.
I think that's referred to as the commentator's curse.
Yeah, it usually is my fault. Most things are, but that's all right. We're going to get through this together. Junior looking good with the 6 mark on the 19s and 16s. I'm using $3 words over here, and Lucky's getting confused, but we're going to fight through it. That's why we had the mute button. I'll explain everything to him later.
I want to appreciate that. I want to say thank you for doing that for me. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, way too much fun. So Will capitalizing on those 18s, hits 6 of them, gets the point lead. So Terence goes for the 19s, which was a little risky, only able to get 2. But Junior unable to close the 18s. So door still open for Will here to get the point lead, and now only needs 119. I'd probably take it here. Oh, no, I don't, because they've got 2 numbers. So nice job seeing the board, hitting the triple 18 there, going up by 51.
That's a good job correcting yourself, Don.
Now, see, this is what I don't like, and I don't know if he intentionally threw it at 17. You were down by 51, and this is where math matters. Down by 51, you hit the triple 17, you don't have a point lead. If that would have been at the 19, you would have had a 3-point lead. If nothing else, you've got the point lead. But he chose a smaller number, and it might end up costing him here because 5 19s would have gave you 5 more points. You're at 165, so 117 would give you the lead. Now you need 2 17s to get the point lead. That just shows you how much that little bit of thought process can really change the way this game goes. And now with the miss, Will's in the driver's seat here. I think I probably go 18s first, but he might start there. He should switch now, though. He's got to switch now. And unable to connect. So door swung back for Tim Sr. here. Huge 4 mark there from Terence, resting back the point lead, up by 7 points. So really neck and neck here, guys. Will can throw at the 17, but no, I like this better. I like this better than throwing at the 17. I hate that dart. I hate that dart. He's only up by 25 points. You got to get him more of a point lead. The only good dart there is a trip 17. Anything else is garbage. Able to get 2 17s, has a 9-point lead. Terence cannot come off this 18 until he hits a triple. And there he goes. So, wow, what a shot from Terence. Big 7 mark, taking out their 17, 54 points and sniping a 15. I think I would have liked to see Terence go back at the 18 with the third dart, because when you throw at the 15, the only good dart's a triple. The single doesn't really do a whole lot for you, and it sure would be nice to have some security points when all players are hitting like this.
Yeah, but if you're running on a run like that and you go triple in 2 different numbers and you're just filling that third number, I can't disagree with that. That's a good shot. That's kind of in the feeling type moment shot.
And as you say that, they go down by 51 points. So now they're going to need a triple just to get the lead back. He buries it. He buries the triple. Buries the triple for a 3-point lead, but they are battling back and forth. Will faltering at the worst moment possible right now. They only need 118 to close, and Terence is going to be forced to 15s if he even gets a look at it here. Only able to hit 115, so Terence is going to need to pile on 15s. He needs 6 or more. Yeah, this leg's not over by any means, especially with a slowdown like that. So, Will only needs 116 to close. If he trips this 15, I think you close the 16 first. I still close it here.
I still close it there too, Don.
Yeah, because even with this being the situation, if I'm Terence, I'm only down 17. I'm still going to close the 16 first. And it'll leave me a double-double for the game. And what do I know? But going for the bull, and that's why I close it first, because now you just burned a dart and you didn't accomplish the goal. So 16's got to go away here.
It's up for debate. But
It's got to go away. He has to hit it. And he goes to the bull. So I get it. I get staying at the bull. But, man, if they rip off another 7 mark in these 16s, you're really going to be kicking yourself. You're only down by 1 extra bullseye right now. And it doesn't matter. Game's over. So nice shot from Tim Sr. there. Taking it 2-4. So 6-4. Terence and William. We got another cricket game coming up, guys. Big shot from Terence. 6 mark on the 20. Big 5 mark there for the junior. So Terence coming up. Going to want to take out the 19s and probably extend the point lead just a bit. 19s are gone with the first dart. Terence is throwing really good right now. If Will can pick it back up to the form that he had earlier, then they're really going to be tough to beat. Yep, smart. Going back up to points, just extend the point lead. And the thing is, it's not so much about the point lead right now. You've got the 20 and the 18. You're going to want to protect those. Don't even give them a chance to throw at them. Just protect your number. Nothing wrong with that. No one's ever lost a game of cricket with more points than the other person. So there's nothing wrong with pointing, running that score up, and protecting your big numbers. Will's having a little bit of an inconsistent follow-through right now. When he comes back and watches this later, he can take a look at it. But all 3 darts, his hand finished in a different position. Tie game here. Tie game. So a little bit of a let-off from Junior. And Terence knocking darts out of people's hands. I think that's a mental game there, trying to get in people's head. Big and strong boy. Only got 1, but here's the thing with that bigger number, that 120s were 2 16s now, so that's where it comes to the advantage. And Senior's going to have to burn all 3 and does not get the point lead, but really inconsequential because if I'm Will, I'm not throwing at the 16 right now. I need to go with that 20 at least until I hit a triple. Second and third dart were really well thrown, just right on the wire. Junior, again, only able to come away with 1, so they still have the point lead here. Terence takes the third dart. Look at that 16, starts chipping away. They're up by 48, which is exactly a triple. If he would have stayed up and hit 1 more 20, that would have put them from 3 16s away to 5. So, man, you really just got to look at the math. He was only able to find a triple, so he kind of got away with it. Will needs to hit these 20s first. Big 7 mark from Junior. Big 7 mark. So going up by 72 points. Gonna need at least 4 20s here. And it looks like every time that I've seen these Brooks boys put some pressure on Will and Terrence, they're faltering just a touch. I would have said the same thing. Go 18s first, but he buries the triple, and now he's home free. Hucklebuck shot, big shot. I would have
gone 16s as well.
10, but big shot either way. First dart, trip 15. This could be absolutely huge. He's got to fill it up. Nice 5 mark. You want him more, but you'll take the 5. Junior just needing 2 15s. Only hits 1. If Terrence can hit a triple here, could be absolutely massive. That'll give him a 3-point lead. Got to stay there now. No choice. Buries it with a third dart. So going up by 18. Senior's going to need a couple 16s to get the point lead back, but he can just throw 3 fat singles and close this board out and have the point lead.
You got to go 15s. You got to go 15s.
Yep, big dart, big close. And if I'm Will, and he just checked with Terrence too, he's asking, hey, do you want me to close this? Absolutely, you need to close this. It's 4-3, and don't let them blow this up with another 7 mark. Shut that 16 down and then work on your bullseyes. Now, a double bull here is absolutely huge. Oh, unable to connect.
I'll say just the close is huge. I mean, it makes it a race 4-3. You're good to go. That's still, you're looking at 2 darts either way.
4-2 now. So, game shot in hand. Just need a double bull. Make your whole life a whole lot easier. Still game? No. Unable to connect. Need to hit at least 1. Unable to find one. That's just hitting 1 is such a let off for his partner, because then he knows if he gets a look, he only has to hit a hat trick. But they're probably going with Senior coming up. Yeah, first start dead center in the double bull. Great shot.
Tim and Tim making it 5-6.
We've seen this go in waves, right? So 2 wins for Will and Terence, 2 wins for the Brooks, 2 wins again for Will and Terence, and then 1, 2, and now 4 in a row from the Brooks boys. So
They won 4 in a row.
yeah. So
What's the score?
7. So it's gonna be 7-6.
Is this freeze? Did we make it to the freeze?
We are at 7:01, same score. No, we are at. Hold on. I'm sorry, that's wrong.
No, I already advanced.
Yeah, I know. I fucked it up.
Yeah, we're
My
at
mistake.
12.
5-6, guys. We are now down to 7:01, same score, 2 legs of this. So, yeah, they should be on 7:01. It looks like they just caught it. They're fixing it now.
I want to see freeze.
You want to run down there and say,
Me? Sure.
yeah, run down there. Say it's 7-6. Will.
No, it's 6-5.
I'm sorry, it's 6-5. Will and Terrence, and they're on 01.
I'm so bad at this.
You're not. You're just too self-conscious. You're too worried about what people think. You
I
talk a
know.
little funny.
I really don't. No, I say that, dude. I really don't. I guess I'm just more used to having a conversation with somebody instead of with a.
But if you look at it like these aren't here and we're just talking, that's all it is. Because you're intelligent enough as far as like you know the game. We're saying the same shit. Like we understand.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah. Just cancel the game. What are you doing?
I'm going to grab beer while he's doing it.
All right, get you a bear.
Dude, I say it. Beer.
Bear. Bear.
Beer.
Get you a bear.
Beer. It sounds. Dude, I don't sound like that.
Hey, I think they got a different format.
They got 501?
Yeah, 501.
Oh,
freeze.
yeah. It is 501.
501 freeze, 501 freeze, cricket, choice.
Yeah. He changed it. He sent me this and then
Yeah,
he
it's a
changed
little
it.
different than what you got.
Yeah.
Little refill? Oh, is that a little refill?
Do you want one? I'll give you one. No, one of these.
I think he brought his own.
You can't get that here.
What is it? Yazoo?
It's at Nashville Brewery. It's the best fucking hazy IPA I've
Really?
ever had. It's like 7.8%.
I know, what is it? Yingling. They just brought to Michigan and everybody was all excited about it.
Yingling's, man, I can't get it.
I think it's a rarity thing. You couldn't get it here, so when you go out of
Yingling?
state.
In America?
No, in Michigan.
Oh.
They just got it like 6 months ago. So before that, if like you went out of state, everybody brought a case of Yingling back for people. 'Cause
Really?
you couldn't get it.
Dude, Yingling is what goes on, is like the Bush Light in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah, it's like dirt fucking shit.
Oh, that's funny.
And you can get a pint of.
He said that's the best IPA around. It's from a local brewery in Tennessee. He was
Can I trade
offering
you?
you one.
No, you can have that one.
I
I
love
don't want. I
IPAs.
can't drink that.
I love IPAs.
He said that's the best. It's from a local place.
Dude, that's my
in
favorite
Nashville.
one. That's a Nashville brewery. It's really fucking good. I only brought 32 of them.
So we on 501 freeze?
Yes.
Hey, they don't know how to set the board up.
All right.
I don't know how to get freeze down.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
What do you do? Set it up 4 players and then up yours? I've never done it.
I'm not sure I have either.
Welcome back, sports fans from around the world. We got Danny Broughton in here while we're setting this up. Danny, how's it going?
Hey, man, we've been in here. We're just watching all the chaos going on. No one knows how to set the boards up. Don's got to go downstairs. But I got to tell you, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for one of these matchups to get to freeze. I've been wanting to see this. So this will be interesting for sure. See if anyone falters.
Yeah, you guys can catch Danny on the Midnight Dart Club Sunday at 7 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, 7 o'clock, Midnight Dart Club. Check it out. He'll be playing Abe Smith and Battle of the Gingers. So both of them
Strawberry blonde.
are great shots and can't wait to see it. So make sure you tune into that.
Hot start from the guys.
So I didn't know if you wanted it or not.
Got 2 low tons right off the bat. Let's see what Will does here. Immediately into the bowl.
Another low ton, so 3 in a row. Now this is going to be clutch here because Will's been the informed player for most of the match. So let's see if Terence can keep pace with these boys. And Senior falling a little short, only coming back with an 86.
That's a big miss there. Him being the 4th player there, with freeze rule, that's really going to hurt Junior. Oh, man, then Terence immediately lets him off the hook. That's a big miss there. Let's see what Junior does.
Yeah, that's on me. I cursed him. I'll take full responsibility for that one. Big hat trick from Senior there.
Boy, we can hear him from up here. He is palmed up. He's yelling down there. Oh, and Terence right back with another hat. This is fun. This is what I want to see right here.
There's no better way to shut somebody up than to stuff the same shot right down their throat. Huge response. And that's the danger of getting that excited after a hat trick. Comes back only able to find one bullseye there. So sitting on 187. Terence with a big shot here can really turn the screws. Oh, really unlucky bounce out. Hits an 84, leaves 131. So he is going to be the first one with a look at it out. Big low ton from Will there just to keep his players safe from being frozen. Big shots. I hate that third dart, but he's done it like 3 times today, and he hits it every time. Big 32. All right, so now Will just has to answer this. He needs another ton just to keep Terence safe so you can get a look here. He's got to find a bullseye. Oh, no. Terrible decision to go to the 20. Only hitting one. Now, if Senior can get to 59 or less, he's going to freeze. Another awful decision. If he hits a bullseye there, he freezes. Chooses to go trip 20 and just not enough. So leaving 32. Terence with game shot. Needs a single. Needs another single. Oh, and he hits the triple. And, you know, it's not the end of the world because Junior's probably not going to take this. But the problem is Will's 10 points away from being frozen now. So unless Junior has a really tough shot here. Okay, door's wide open. Everything I said doesn't matter. Will needs a ton. If Will can hit a hat trick, he's going to freeze. But he's got to have a bullseye. He's not frozen yet, but yeah, he... If he gets under 24, he's going to be frozen. Hit the ball, or hit the button. Oh, he hit it. Good shot. I was going to say I would just hit the button. Button and then just play the freeze game.
We're having a big disagreement in the booth here. Don was saying to not win the game and hit the red button just in case he busts. That's unbelievable. You take that win all day, baby.
He hit it, so it was a good shot, but it was risky. If he hits the trip 19 or busts it, then he's essentially giving the game back to Terence. They had a gift that they even had a look at that because Terence busted it, and if you don't take it there with that dart, you're really risking a lot.
That's exactly my point. They should have never had those darts. You absolutely go for the win. You take that every single time. You're not playing to hope somebody else messes up. You take that win. It was 69. Oh, and then Terence immediately off the... You wonder if that game, that bust there, is affecting him a little bit because 38 off the start is a very tough way to start.
Ooh, unable to connect. Unlucky bounce out there.
Oh, man, Junior with another big low ton. This is getting exciting. We got a tie ball game here, too.
Terence able to find the low ton. So big shot there, keeping pace. So I like that Terence and Will switched spots this time, only because Will was the one that was threatening to freeze before. So this may give him a little freedom and take a little bit of pressure off, but more importantly, Terence probably isn't going to freeze Will. So both players should hopefully have a look at now once it gets down there. Will finding his form again. He was a little off last game, but finding it back again. Big low ton there, getting down to 259. Up by 104. Don't know if I understand why he goes to the 20s there, but in a match that's this tight and this back and forth, I don't think you risk it there. It's tough. This is exactly what Terence needs. Fill it up, young man. Oh, unlucky deflection. Hits a 112, but good shot. Good shot from Terence.
Look at these averages, man, down here. This is fun. This is what everybody wanted to see tuned into Game Time streaming. This. Oh man, Tim going up top. Oh,
yeah,
he hits
it was blocked, so I think that's why he went. The 20 really blocked that bullseye out, so I don't love it, but I don't hate that shot either. It makes sense.
You only don't hate it because he hit that trip. If he hits a single one there, That's a bad decision, I think.
Well, it was more of an optical thing. I moved down the line laterally to get around that, but that dart was in a really bad spot, and I think that's why he moved.
So I totally agree. If it's in a bad spot, move left or right. Don't go up to triple 20 all of a sudden.
Yeah, some people aren't able or confident to do that. So, but yeah, I agree. I would move for sure. Got to find this one. 166, which is a bogey number, so he's not going to get a look. Leaving 124, hitting 90, so he is going to be the first one to have a look at it out. And Will's going to need to hit a big score here to keep that freeze from coming into play here. Just like last game, right when he gets down to the business end of the leg, he falters on one round, and it may be just enough.
I got to tell you, Don, I'm not understanding why all these guys are looking up at that triple 20. A lot of these guys are missing to the ones and the fives. I mean, that is wild to me.
And that was absolutely crucial because Terence isn't at and out, but he's already frozen. So he just – and why are they going 20s here? Are you giving up? I don't understand. I mean, foot and mouth, right? Open mouth, insert foot. But it's a great shot to hit a 140, but why are you doing that?
I think it's the pressure down there. I think it's all starting to mount. 6-6, freeze roll. We got 71. What's he looking at here? Oh, it goes to the ball. Leave 67. Good leave.
Anything less than a hat trick here just isn't enough.
Oh, Tim Senior's loving all the attention. He likes being on stream. That's a huge miss. Will leaving still at a 170. I mean, even if Tim doesn't take this out, I mean, they're going to be frozen without a doubt. So, single 14 for the win. To take the lead, 7-6 lead. Oh, leaves it just short. I mean, Terence here at a 26. This is tough. He's got to get this low. He's got to get to a less than a 5, really. Oh, there you go, Don. We had a bull. He went bull first, went for the 12, and he missed, left himself a 9, didn't hit it. And Will just not doing enough. I mean, when the numbers are 3, 3, and 4, I mean, there's nothing. Will have to take that out almost.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about all he could have done. And that's game. That's 7-6. What a big comeback from the Brooks brothers.